Hello friends, my name is Beth Korth, and I'm the Art Education Coordinator and Visitor Center Manager here at Tippet Rise Art Center, located in Fishtown, Montana. I'm here at Daydreams by artist Patrick Doherty, who created these abstracted thatch willow sculptures in and around the schoolhouse, inspired by nature and also daydreaming school children. Even though these don't look exactly like kids, they still give the feeling of leaning over and sleepily daydreaming in class. Today, we're going to learn how to cut out our own unique shapes and bring them together to create abstracted structural forms. Let's go inside the schoolhouse and learn how. First, you're going to need some upcycled cardboard. You can use an old cereal box or some old packaging. You'll also need a marker or a pencil, scissors, and optional paint or markers to decorate later. First, you're going to start with your cardboard and your marker. And you can go ahead and think about some of the abstract shapes you want to create, but they can really be anything. So I'm just sort of thinking about random shapes, letting my marker just sort of move across. For your sculpture, you might want to make at least 3 or 4 shapes of varying sizes. So once you have a little variety of shapes and different sizes, you can go ahead and take your scissors and cut it out. It's all right if you need to ask an adult for a little help with the scissors. It's all right if your shapes change a little bit as you cut them out. Just part of the fun of abstract sculpture making. All right, set that aside. You'll still need your scissors out. Now this is a good point where you could also decorate if you'd like or paint them, but you could always do it later as well. I went ahead and painted the back side, just one solid color against my cereal box, and I might decorate it a little bit more later as well. But first, what I want to do is take each shape and start to think about how I maybe want to bring them together. I think with these 2 shapes, I want to sort of make it so they can fit in together like that. So how you're going to make these connections is by cutting little divots. First, think about the thickness of your cardboard. The thinner it is, the thinner that divot needs to be. So you just take your scissors. Again, you can always ask for help. And you're just going to cut a line through, just like that. And then right next to it, parallel, you're going to cut a very narrow, thin line. And then that's going to be your little connector. Now you are going to have this sort of little tail thing that flaps out. Go ahead and bend that out, and you can just trim it off with your scissors. And so both pieces are going to need to have that little connector divot. So go ahead and add it onto the next piece we want to connect. And again, you'll get that little tail there. You can just trim it off. And then once you have 2 divots, one will go this way, one will go the other, and they'll connect with each other. So with these shapes, as they come together, they become a form that can stand on its own. And that's because my 3 connectors, so this one shape here has 2 in the front and back, and then my second shape has 2 on the side and side, making 4 points of connection so that it can stand. Now with my other shapes, I can go ahead and start thinking about where I want those little divots to go and cut those out. You can always cut multiple divots on the same shape and rearrange and play around with them a little bit. And then remember, even though I have divots in these shapes, I need divots over here in these shapes. So I can just quickly decide where I want them to connect. And I can start to reconnect them. And again, these are 2 flat shapes coming together to create a 3D form. Once you have all of those connectors, you'll start to find that your form can sit in lots of different ways. Try it out in a lot of different ways. You could even take apart what you've already created and try a completely new construction. Try using different forms together. See how many different creations you can create with just a couple of different shapes. You can even take this outside and try and see what it looks like in nature. Pretend like it was a giant sculpture. What would that look like? Have fun playing and creating with this fun, abstract, structural form. Thanks for watching. For more videos, check out our YouTube channel. For more information about Tippet Rise Art Center, go to www.tippetrise.org.